also going to pull some cards, one or many, from my Zen Tarot deck. There has been something that has been a real concern for me as I've been looking at society and spirituality and what's been happening on the internet with social media. And I've been hearing repeated messages about this topic from other spiritual practitioners in different lines of work and different resources. And so I feel like I want to open up my voice with Spirit to share our thoughts on it. And me personally, when I look at society, and I feel like there is this modernization trend happening of people saying that they're spiritual and putting on crystals and possibly working with spiritual tools without understanding the vastness of what lies beyond the veil. Without understanding that to say that you are living a spiritual life means that there should be a daily devoted spiritual practice put into place every single day. There should be acts of kindness and compassion and consideration for the next human soul that you are living among in your society. There should be no criticism, no judgment. There should be active daily healing towards your betterment, towards connecting yourself with your soul. And as we begin to work on our own selves, we become closer to our soul. And what I've been seeing on social media is a lot of people working with spiritual tools that is concerning for me as a spiritual practitioner. Understanding that beyond the veil is a vastness of energy that we don't have the capacity to fully understand as humans in this world. It is expansive, it is real, and it is, again, beyond our capacity to understand it in its entirety. And so then we must respect it and understand how sacred it is to move inward, is personal, and how sacred it is to work with tools. And I don't even recommend that everybody should be having tarot decks. I see people on social media with like 10 million tarot decks opened up, and I have to question, did you put the right protocols in place? Because that's like an open portal, in my opinion. And from my experience, it's better to be educated on what you're working with than to be blindly moving into something that you don't understand. I always have a procedure when I'm working with my spiritual tools. There's an opening, there's a closing, not only with tools, but with my readings. I encourage you to begin taking a look at yourself in your life and see what spiritual practices need to be implemented on a daily basis. And that looks different for everybody. We are all spirit in human form. So we should all have a daily spiritual practice that connects you closer to your soul, that helps you to refuel your vibrational energy, that helps you and gives you a space where you can release and detox all that's not serving you. I highly recommend meditation as number one. Meditation is so key because it addresses the problem of overwhelming thoughts that are standing between you and your soul self, you and your healing. And when we begin to recondition our mind through meditative exercise, it's just like going to the gym. You're not going to see results in just 5 minutes and then say it doesn't work. It takes consistency and practice, but it is possible, and it will change your life completely. I recommend journaling as another spiritual practice to implement into your life daily. Releasing, contemplating your day, all the events that happened, the people that were in it, the experiences that you had, how it made you feel, what emotions were felt. Understand that your spiritual practice is a form of creativity. It's a form of you recreating yourself as you're shedding what no longer works and building towards a better you through your spiritual practice daily. With journaling, I also recommend using an actual piece of paper and a pencil because they're both made of the element of wood connected with earth energy. And my third suggestion for spiritual practice would be simply going for a walk. When we walk and we are conscious in our walking, not walking where your mind's being overwhelmed, but walking, being conscious of all the sounds, all the changes that are happening in your awareness. Paying attention to the birds singing, to the car that's driving by, to the person who's approaching you, to the children who are playing in the corner, to the dogs who are barking. All of this is minute changes that are in a constant flow. All of this is the meaning of impermanence. Impermanence is that forever changing flow of energy that's constant. It doesn't end. There's always something else that's changing. 1 second is not the same as the next second because there's a change, there's a shift. And so when we walk and we're in awareness of that, we can release what's no longer working and we can get back into that momentum of impermanence, of change, and flow with it. These are all spiritual practices. So what is it for you? What works for you? Find what works for you personally and individually and create a container around it. Right now we have Saturn and Neptune in a conjunction in Aries. This is putting a container, Saturn, spiritual practice and structure into our lives spiritually. Neptune. A spiritual practice is Neptune. It's connecting with the divine. It's connecting with source. It's connecting with that source that's within you. What time will you do it? Will it be morning? Will it be night? How long will you do your practice for? Will it be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 30? These are all questions to ask yourself. And knowing that as you begin to implement a spiritual practice every day, even 5 minutes, 5 minutes alone, if you dedicate yourself to 5 minutes of what feels right for you, to release and to recharge yourself, you'll see how your outer reality will start to change. It's not only as above and so below, it's as within, so without. So let's see what Spirit has. I feel like there's one more in there. There it is. Rebirth. Something magically happens when we begin to nurture ourselves within. When we stop expecting our external conditions to save us or to change first so we can feel better. We need to first go inward, address the bullshit that's going on through meditation, clearing it out, calming ourselves down, connecting back to self, so we can then tap in and tune into our soul, connecting with our intuition and trusting it. And that's how we begin to raise our vibration. That's how we begin to create alignment. And that's how we begin to create a new version of ourselves that is closer to our true, authentic selves. Not the portrayed image that we often like to put onto ourselves as a mask, which is ego. We need to break that down. And we cannot have a rebirth. We cannot have a rebirth unless we're willing and have the courage to move inward with spiritual practice daily. Have a good one.